Each of these 6 effects come in at under $25 US, which is crazy. I can't believe how affordable they are. So these are all from Shaevle, so thank you to them for sending these out. What I'm going to do is run you through what I've got, how they sound through a real amp, and then we're going to stack them and make a little bit of noise. I hope you enjoy this video. Each of the pedals have colors on them, so you'll be able to find exactly what you're looking for once they're on your board. So let's have a look at this. This is the LSS01 Iron Revolt, which looks like a distortion. Check it out. Yeah, the pots feel really good. They've got those rubberized things around the pots. 3-way toggle switch feels pretty good. Nice metal enclosure, nice soft switching. So yeah, build quality so far is really impressive for under 25 bucks. This next one's the LSS04 Space model in purple, and this is a delay pedal. So yeah, very cool, nice and purpley. Over to the LSS03 Jump in red. Ooh, I like it. It's a distortion pedal, and we've got some color clashing going on here, but at least you can see the dials nice and easily. But yeah, they're all built the same. They've all got the same enclosure, which is a good sign. The LSS06 Jam Choir in yellow. Well, this looks cool. 2 controls, so depth and speed. Pretty common for chorus pedals. They've all got the nice soft switching as well, which is great. This next one is in army green. It's the LSS05 Tremble. So I'm tipping that this is a tremolo pedal. It absolutely is by the looks of it. 2 controls again, depth and speed, so very similar to the Jam Choir, which I just showed you. But yeah, it's a very consistent series of pedals, which is always appreciated. And lastly, look at this one. We've got one called the Blue Tuber. I've got a blue shirt, I play blues, and I'm a YouTuber. Awesome. So obviously this is an overdrive. It says it right here. And yeah, we'll see what we can get out of this. All right, let's make some noise. I'm plugged into my Fender Blues Deluxe Reissue amplifier. I'm going to be playing the EART or ERT DMX10. It's loaded with 2 humbuckers. You can also get some single coil tones out of it. This is my clean tone with a real amp in a room. Here we go. Now, as we go through each of these, I'm going to start with all the controls at 12 and see what kind of tones we can get. It's a good starting point. And then I'll configure them as we go, or, you know, mix things up. So this is the Blue Tuber. It's very musical. It's got more gain than I was anticipating, but it sounds great. All right, let's crank up the gain and tone control a little bit more. That's great. Let's turn the volume control down on the guitar. We'll see if it cleans up. Now, if you like lower gain tones, we'll try that quickly. Let's go to neck pickup for some bluesy stuff. That's great, getting a nice, clear, sort of bluesy tone. It's probably a little bit too clean for me. You could bring that up a little bit, but it's a big difference with this off and on. Nice, let us know what you think of this. Very cool, very cool. Over to the Jump Distortion. We'll start with everything at 12 o'clock. Here we go. is crazy. That feels so good to play. It sounds unreal. All I had to do was just nudge up the tone controller here to get the tone I really liked, and the gain structure on this is insane. It's got so much more drive than the Blue Tuber. Let's try it again. So I should point out there's a fair bit of noise coming through the amp with the gain dimed like that, but man, what a great pedal. That thing absolutely rocks. So far, this might be my favorite. All right, over to the Iron Revolt, which gives us a 3-way toggle switch. We're going to start with the toggle switch in the center, which is where the boost is currently off. We'll go to the high boost and then to the low boost, but let's have a listen to this. Yeah, now obviously I don't play a lot of that type of music, but this has a very different sound to the Jump Distortion. It also has less output overall, even with the high or low boost enabled. I like it in the up position, just brings in a little bit more clarity. We'll compare these two against each other just with the same riff. Here we go. Yeah, the Jump Distortion is so much louder. You can see that I've got the level most of the way down. And that's because we're getting much more pushed mids in the sound as opposed to this one, which the Iron Revolt has more of a scoop sound, but it's still very usable. Even with the gain cranked, it's what I would consider to be quite musical. Over to the Tremble Tremolo pedal. Now we'll start clean with everything at 12 o'clock and I'll adjust the speed and depth. So you can really make this quite prominent by ramping up the depth control. Now this is giving me that optical tremolo sound. If you're a fan of sort of the boss sound, you'll get a kick out of this. Now, some of that didn't sound great because I didn't dial it in for the style of thing I was playing on the guitar, but once I sorted out the depth control, that's where it really sort of came alive. So yeah, you can get some great sounds out of this. I think the trick with tremolo is either you make it very obvious or you make it nice and subtle, and it's great for just some really nice chord stuff. You know what? I would have loved that LED light to kind of blink in time, but yeah, otherwise it sounds really nice. Over to the Jam Choir LSS06, and this is the straight up chorus pedal. So what we're going to do is start clean, and then I'll get over to some dirt as well. But this is it, how it sounds. We'll go neck pickup. It sort of raised the noise floor of my amplifier slightly, so yeah, it's definitely a little bit of hiss coming through this one. Yeah, it's quite a nice sound, but I'm definitely hearing, yeah, it's definitely adding some hiss. Now, if you go too crazy with the depth and speed, it can sound a little seasick. So what I'm going to do is just bring down the depth a little bit. Here we go. It's making a huge difference. Let's add the Blue Tuber. Before you scream that I'm out of tune, I'm not. That's what chorus does if you push the depth up too far. It ends up sort of modulating your signal to the point where it sounds a little bit out of tune. But it's doing what it should be doing, only with the exception of it is raising the noise floor of my amp. All right, let's make some noise with the analog delay space model. Now, this is a really musical pedal. It's not adding any extra hiss to my signal chain, which is great. So let's try it on its own with everything at 12 o'clock. And then we'll get over to some different settings with some other pedals. This is neck pickup in split coil mode. All right, let's make it more prominent. We'll bring the repeats down and we'll make the delay slower. Here we go. More repeats. Very musical. We'll go back to humbucker mode now while we test out how it sounds with some distortion. Let's try the Jump Distortion over here. So this is with it off. Great sound. I love neck humbucker. I'll bring the repeats down a little bit. There's too many. Here we go. Minus almost dropping my guitar there, I gotta say the Jump Distortion with this delay absolutely cooks. It's a great tone. That's as good as any live tone I would use. This is unreal. It almost feels like a dual overdrive pedal working with both channels on, more than it feels like a distortion pedal, which is why I like it so much. It's got that nice kick of mids that a lot of distortion tones don't have inherently, like this guy, for example. But with the delay, you're getting into the 80s territory a little bit. So let's go a little bit more crazy with the delay. And what I'll do, I'll start with this one at about 12 o'clock, and then we'll click on the Blue Tuber in a moment as well, more as a volume boost. But let's get into some crazy stuff here. Man, 25 bucks each, that's crazy. That's unbelievable. Let us know what you think of the tones of these things. I'm really impressed. I gotta say, if you were to buy these, in my opinion, these two, the Blue Tuber and the Jump Distortion, are killer. They cover pretty much everything from blues to classic rock to just high gain lead tone, and they stack beautifully together as well. The delay is an absolute no-brainer if you're looking just for some, great solo tones or really nice clean rhythm parts. The only sort of semi-disappointing pedal was the jam choir. It sounds fine, but it does raise the noise floor. It's the only one that has perceived hiss in it. And the tremble, if you like that optical tremolo, yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm very impressed with not only the tones I can get out of these, but they're all metal, which is really surprising, and the build quality just seems fine. And I love the fact they're a matched set. Sometimes you get a set of pedals, one's slightly larger or it's got a different enclosure. These all look like they're part of the same series. So yeah, if you're a metal guy, you might prefer the Iron Revolt over the Jump, but yeah, what a great sounding set of affordable pedals. It's crazy how good stuff's gotten. Thanks for watching.